Hey guys, it's Corey. Today we're going to check out what I heard about a particular business that implemented AI in their call center. I heard it originally that it was voice, but I think that it wasn't necessarily voice. There's some confusion. People don't differentiate between voice and AI agents that well. They say conversational AI, but not really specifically voice. So this is Klarna, and they've implemented an AI assistant, and it's handling two-thirds of their customer service chats in the first month. So this just came out last month, about a month ago, and I'm not entirely sure what Klarna does exactly, but they've implemented an AI assistant powered by OpenAI, and it's been globally for about a month. So it was globally live for about a month in February. So I guess it's about 2 months. So um, their first month, they had 2.3 million conversations, which is two-thirds of their customer service chats, and they are doing the work of 700 full-time agents, which is just crazy. I can't imagine they had anywhere near that, or I mean, you would have a huge department. So again, I'm not entirely sure what Klarna does. I heard about this at the Imagine AI 2024 event that I went to this week. Well, I guess it was last week now in Las Vegas. They talked about this one several times because they're using AI. They implemented it. They took over the effort of 700 full-time agents. So probably what they did was expanded what they could do as far as the number of conversations they could have. So it's on par with human agents in regard to customer service scores, but it was more accurate. So it says errand resolution. I'm not sure what that means, but what they're saying is that there was a 25% drop in repeat inquiries. So it was more accurate. It solved it. So while it says it's on par with agents in regard to customer satisfaction score, it actually had a 25% reduction in repeat inquiries. And then the customers were able, they now resolve their errands in less than 2 minutes as opposed to 11 minutes previously. So it significantly reduced the time to solve the problem. And it could be just the accuracy of it getting to the point of what's really wrong. 24/7 communications, 35 languages, 23 markets. Here's the interesting thing. They expect it to drive a $40 million a year profit. $40 million added to the bottom line. And I heard about these guys several times from stage. They were um, they were identified as a pretty significant AI implementation improvement, cost improvement example case study. So this is this is interesting here because one of the things I notice as we're working with Air, that Air actually the voice recognition can actually understand thick accents like you might have with the local immigrants and expat communities. So, accents, if they're speaking in the native language, the native tongue from another country or something like that, and sometimes just people that mumble. I've seen the Air really pick up those nuances. Now, this I believe this is all typed. I was told. I mean, they kind of indicated that it was voice, but I don't think it is. So they are obviously able, when they're typing, they're improving the communication with immigrants and expats. And it could be that it's just because it's able to switch and go into their language or utilize it in that particular language. But it's very cool that they're going to be able to add, they believe, estimated $40 million in profit to the bottom line. So direct to the bottom line, this is Couple of different themes that I've talked about is AI is now. AI, you better be you better have a plan for AI. I think the quote that I threw out yesterday was AI is not important if you're not worried about basically profit or success. So the the net here is that by implementing AI into a business right here in this case has provided number one, they've got 700 full-time agents worth of work going out, and they don't have an HR department for it. They don't have a compensation department for it. They don't have sick time, bonus structures, internal drama, and politics, all of those things. So they're eliminating this an entire class of problems here. They're obviously able to scale it up and down as much as they want. 700, they could probably scale it to 1,000 to 10,000. And then the 24/7. Another piece that I really want to talk about is 35 languages. So once you implement this in a particular language, you can then it's implemented in that language. I don't know how they translate to the 35 languages, but you do that. You now have as many of these 700 can be in whatever language you want. You don't have three or four people that speak one language or one or two or whatever it is that you're limited to. These things they would be able to transition theoretically back and forth amongst the 35 languages. So you've got this dynamic mix of full-time agents, languages, across all these markets. So they probably have to train these things in different things in market, I assume. Kind of means like customer segment or avatar, and then 24/7, all without all of these other problems that you would normally have trying to scale up and down a customer service support team like that. So we can do the same thing with Air. We can't yet do the 35 languages, but we can train up, if we wanted to, 23 agents to cover these different customer segments. 24/7 for sure. These kinds of things here, more accurate errand resolution, 25% decrease in repeat inquiries, because I believe that it's got all the information available at the time. And if you get it, if you can narrow in on what the customer's problem really is, then you can solve that problem and keep them from having to spend more time and more callbacks. Also, this right here, resolve their errands. And I assume these are problem cases or customer service cases in less than 2 minutes versus 11 minutes previously. 2 minutes versus 11. That is 1/5. So you've got all of these benefits by implementing these agents, and they are faster, more accurate, 1/5 the time, 25% drop in repeat. So you're doing that in 1/5 the time, and you got a 25% drop in the repeat inquiries. It's just nuts. Anyhow, better customer service, more accurate, less repeats. Bottom line, 24/7, multiple languages, $40 million profit to the bottom line.